Hello guys and welcome to volokinproject. My name is Tony and I should be your favorite YouTuber on the internet. Why is that so? Well, I don't have the fancy animations, I don't have the sliders, I don't have, bells and whistles, but what I have is knowledge and real-time usage information, guys. I've tested about over 100 phones on my channel. Make sure you check out my Volokin Spectrum scoring system. Well, I rate phones. And pretty much I had over 800 phones in my life. So it's kind of, I know what I'm talking about. So in today's video, I'm gonna talk about why the Xperia 1 is one of my all-time favorite devices on the market, what are of course the shortcomings, because there are a few, and why you should buy this phone right now. Now, I was extremely lucky. I got my phone as a refurbished unit from O2 UK for just £200, guys, which is absolutely crazy for what this phone offers. But the reason for that was the phone was returned. It was a customer return because of the faulty fingerprint reader. And with Android 9, there was a problem between face unlock and the fingerprint reader, and I've just registered the fingerprint reader and boom, fingerprint not recognized. And I was like, man, let me update that phone and see what's going on. I've updated to Android 10 and face unlock is pretty much gone. I've got no idea what Sony did, but the fingerprint reader is working kind of better. There's still an issue when you switch the screen off. Like that, the first 5 seconds the fingerprint reader doesn't work properly sometimes, and it works other times, as you can see over here. So it is unfortunately unreliable. That's one of the things which I don't particularly like in this phone. But that's one of the things that you should be able to swallow, because when you go on eBay now, you can find a new unit for just about £300, guys, which is crazy for what this phone offers. So let's talk about the drawbacks first. No wireless charging at all. That's not the biggest deal in the world, but that's something that you should consider. Also, the recharge times are absolutely atrocious, over 2 hours, guys. I've got the Oppo Find X somewhere over here on my desk. 0 to 100 in 35 minutes, guys. That's absolutely mind-blowing. The phone is 1.5 years old and still the battery lasts as when it was like new. So yeah, very slow charging, guys. And battery life just about 3,300 milliamp hours. In this big of a body should be like 5,000. But again, the ingenious Sony engineering couldn't figure out how to do that. And the battery life is between 5 and 6 hours for me, which falls just a little bit shorter than my actual needs and expectations, but it might be okay for many of you out there. And that's because of that screen, guys. Check this out. Let me unlock this phone first. Yeah, it doesn't work. Let me unlock it with my password now. Okay, there you go. Now, the screen is the best screen I have ever tested of any phone, guys. Proper 4K, 21:9 resolution, HDR is on point, visibility is on point, absolutely the most gorgeous screen out there, guys. And if you think like, oh man, I've got a higher resolution of, let's say, the proper 4K screens like the Pixel 4 XL over here, how is going to be the gaming performance? Actually, the gaming performance is better on the Xperia 1 than it is on the, well, 2K screens like the Pixel 4 XL. I don't know what optimizations are Sony doing. I don't know if they're rendering the full resolution. I have no idea, and I don't care. Games like Call of Duty, like, PUBG, they look better and they run better than the rest of the competition. So in terms of gaming, with this crazy screen resolution, no problems whatsoever. A little bit of heating and a little bit of battery drain, but that is a pill that you're gonna have to swallow with this phone. Also, when it comes down to audio, no 3.5mm jack. The adapter in the box is average at best. And the stereo speaker setup, although is an improvement over the previous generation, it is behind still the competition, but at least the speakers are now actually usable compared to the Xperia XZ Premium, for example. I've already done a comprehensive audio test of the Xperia 1 and 5. Make sure you check it out on my channel. I'm gonna leave a link in the description down below. In terms of cameras, you know, the trio camera setup at the back, it is not unfortunately holiday friendly. Daytime photos looks okay. HDR is pretty much non-existent. I know you have it in the manual settings, but it doesn't work anywhere as close as the competition out there. Video stabilization is fine, but it's not the best, and overall the telephoto is okay. The wide angle is pretty much the best camera of the three on this phone, but I still wouldn't take this phone on a holiday with me. Why? Watch my full comprehensive camera test in the description down below. Software is fine, the classic, you know, Sony skins. It's worth to know that you cannot change the icon pack on the stock launcher anymore, and pretty much you've got no themes, but you have dark mode, which kind of compensates for that a little bit. The accents, you can change them in the developer settings. There are not many of them and they're not particularly nice, but well, it is what it is. The software is actually fine. I like it. It is close to stock Android. You've got the squeeze gestures that you're never going to use pretty much, and you've got this, you know, 50-50 multitasking over here, which means you can do pretty much two things and you know, separate the screen 50-50, which is okay, but not much more than that. So before I conclude this video, let's have a look at where on the Volokin Spectrum score table does the Xperia 1 land, guys. These are 10 different categories, score from 1 to 6, and since 6, I give 6 to a category when the phone has an exceptional, you know, contributions. So let's see where the Xperia 1 stands. For design and build quality, I'm going to give this phone 5 out of 5. Yes, it is too big, but the screen ratio is 21:9 and the build quality is amazing, so well deserved 5 out of 5. For security, I'm gonna give the Xperia 1 just 2 out of 5, guys. Having no face unlock is a no-go in 2020, and having pretty much the worst fingerprint reader of any other phone on the market is not very nice as well, so 2 out of 5. Battery life is average at best, so it gets 3 out of 5. The 3.5mm jack, which is kind of missing, well, I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5, and I'm being generous over here. The speakers get easily 4 out of 5. They're definitely loud enough, but not exactly the best and a little bit behind the competition. The software gets just 4 out of 5 because it's nothing special and it has some features missing. The performance is amazing, 5 out of 5, and the screen, oh my god, the screen, absolutely 6 out of 5, guys. The best screen available at the moment right now. And for the cameras, I'm gonna give the selfie camera 3 out of 5, and again, I'm being generous over here. And for the main camera, I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5. It just lags behind the competition. So how much is the overall Volokin Spectrum score? It is 39 out of 50, well, out of 60 technically, but you can see how it compares to other phones on the market right now. Although the Sony Xperia 1 is not the best phone on the market, for 300 quid you're getting a lot of value for your money, guys. Pretty much the best screen of them all, amazing design, you know, stereo speakers, okay cameras, okay-ish battery life. So what do you expect really? Buy it now. Don't wait for the Xperia 2 because it's gonna be like 7 or 8 or £1,000. Get the Xperia 1 now for just 300. You could be able to, you know, get it a little bit cheaper on eBay, something like 250, but my recommendation is always get not a new phone when it's released, wait a little bit for the price to drop, and then get it. You can get a like new unit for £300, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comment section below, have you actually got the Xperia 1, and what is your experience with the Xperia 1? So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. That was your favorite YouTuber Tony here. Adios.